You know that funny woman down our street? She's got those feet and plays the piano in the pub on Friday nights. Well, apparently her mother's got a most peculiar brother who's rather fond of wearing ladies' tights. And you know that dozy little man that knows your Stan? He's been living in Winsford for a month and won't come home. His wife is going spare. He doesn't seem to care. Well, they get that way once they start to roam. And he's shacked up, as they say, with a girl from Wharton Way who's only half his age and rents this flat. But that's Winsford for you, my dear, and all I have to say is here, in Middlewhich, we don't do things like that. Yeah, remember Auntie's Uncle Fred, who knocked his head one Christmas Eve and fell downstairs when he was slewed and was never quite the same? Well, somebody told to me his name was in the Sun for saying something rude. But it occurred in Stoke-on-Trent. And the judge said he were bent and he should stop behaving like a prat. Seems to me that poor old bloke should have stayed away from Stoke and stopped in Middlewhich. We don't do things like that. And you remember that poor old woman, Mrs. Miles, the one with piles, who has a daughter who's not quite right in the head? There was consternation yesterday because the daughter had run away and now is living rough in Sandbach in the shed. And I think it rather sad. She's gone completely mad and thinks that she's turned into a cat. But that's Sandbach for you, my dear, and all I have to say is here, in Middlewhich, we don't do things like that. And remember Auntie Wynne, who lived in sin with Mr. Binns above that pub in Radway Green, was hauled before the magistrates for throwing bricks at Mrs. Tate and Mr. Johnson when he tried to intervene. And she's playing Mary L, because she's been bombed into a cell for hitting P.C. Simpson with a cricket bat. She'd have been all right, I wager. Slightly farther from Alsager. Here in Middlewhich, we don't do things like that. And there's been ructions down in Nantwich, so they say, where Mrs. Day, who looks a bit like Princess Margaret with the squint. Last Thursday she was in the Crown making eyes at young Tom Brown. And she's 40 years his senior, daft old bint. Talk of mutton dressed as lamb, but she doesn't give a damn. Although she's 60 plus and runs her fat, but that's Nantwich for you, my dear, and all I have to say is, here in Middlewhich, we don't do things like